All right, man. Let's talk about how. Let's talk about coming up with video ideas. Uh, so let's talk about what it's like to come up with video ideas and what a video idea comes from in the first place, at least from my end, and where my video ideas come from. Now, I like to think, okay, and it could be very obvious once you hear the answer, but when I think of a video idea, I think of a problem that my audience is going through that I possibly could solve myself. That I have personally have that I have personally went through myself and have the full capability of basically answering or solving, a person like me solving somebody like my problem. Like a person. Holy crap, I cannot talk. But basically, my video ideas come from basically solving a problem. At the end of the day, I will not talk about any topic unless it's genuinely a problem-solving topic. Like I don't like streaming unless I have a topic to basically talk about while I play the game. As a matter of fact, I don't even like playing the game. I play the game so that I could talk about my topic without having to be sitting here bored and, I don't know, be completely unoriginal. I'm being completely original with how I'm approaching this, and I'm just kind of... Here, let me turn this down. So yeah, I'm just kind of regurgitating all of my knowledge that I know. Let's go! Jeez, bro, I can't. Yeah, man, I'm just kind of regurgitating as much knowledge that I can possibly recall from this simple question. Where do I come up with video ideas, and how do I get started with them? And so, once I come up with a video idea, I immediately start streaming. And I start coming up with Oh, I can lean? I didn't even know I could lean for real. That's pretty badass. Yo, what? Nah, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. I didn't even know I can lean. I'm about to go crazy with this. But yeah, do you have a problem that you've ever solved yourself that you don't have to no longer deal with no more? Definitely go ahead and make a video about it, because that's basically that's like free views right there. You know what I mean? So if you ever have a problem that you've been like struggling with that you have solved yourself, make a video about it and be creative. That's the whole point of YouTube is when you're posting on YouTube or making any kind of video idea, you could do it however way you want to. And so the way I do it is just the most convenient way for me, but you can honestly approach it however way you want to. My problem personally is building an audience. So, my personal problem that I'm going through on a daily basis is struggling to learn how to build an audience. So I'm kind of like, that's just what I'm working on a daily basis now. So that's my problem. If anybody is struggling with building an audience, I'm here for that same exact reason. I'm sitting here struggling or you know, doing the same thing. I'm trying to do the same thing, build an audience the most legit, authentic way possible without feeling like I'm faking my personality. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of don't really feel like not all the time you should work. What is this guy doing? Was that teammate? I don't know. Not all the time you should prioritize working. So I kind of decided to stream today and talk about kind of something that I feel like is on my mind, that I feel like is an issue or a problem that I can solve by streaming right now and talking about it, regurgitating everything that I know.
Jesus Christ, he took his time.
So that's the way I personally approach it. Anybody could approach it any other way. You know, so they can come up with an entire video idea about it and try to, you know, make it look all pretty and stuff, but I personally just don't really have, I don't really have any other, I mean, I already have a gaming channel, so I have to utilize my gaming channel anyways. I've been sitting here kind of slacking, and I still have yet to understand how to grow an audience, so I'm doing it this way by kind of talking about what I know. Okay, I don't know how I didn't get. Yeah, I'm not getting any shots in. So I think the more clear the message is, damn, I'm not gonna sit here and try to fight that. I think the more clear the message is, the better, because you know, nobody wants a messy video. They're gonna go and click on a different video, more straightforward video. But at the end of the day, if you can get an audience anyways to stay for longer than half your video, then you're good. It's not even the point though. The point is I'm here to solve your problem. Okay. So, you know, I have a purpose here to actually record a video, not just like record a bunch of content just to post it for the means of money. That's never really a good point to
You can serve your country.
Oh boy. A good reason is never money to post. Okay, money is never really a good reason to post. You should always have some kind of wisdom or value to provide. And you know, I just enjoy doing it this way because I've been editing for a really long time, so, and I've been making a lot of long form videos, trying to build an audience in a way of entertainment. But I think on YouTube it's more about how much value you provide. So I don't think it's even about entertainment. I mean, if you're able to entertain the audience while you if you're able to entertain your audience while you talk about the information that you know about, with the experience that you've been through, at the same time as inform your audience with very good, like, value, you know, equip your audience with good value that they can actually, like, sustainable and equipable value. Like, if you're able to equip your audience with genuine value and also at the same time entertain them, then this is exactly why these video game channels are blowing up now, is because it's just niche right now, honestly. And at this point, it's starting to become an actual popular trend to talk about random things while playing the game, and that it's honestly
Go to hell!
Our men are capturing the position.
it's almost like through that simple niche, it's providing all the information that you need in order to create your own niche on YouTube, and that's entertain. And honestly, that's really the only thing is retention. You need to be able to entertain them. But with these, if you have a niche that you, or at least a problem that you can solve, or at least a problem that you have solved already, able to actually
Well done, men. Let's attack the next position.
That's right! Unit, forward!
recall all the information, or at least like, yeah, all the suffering that you went through before solving your own issue, and then also provide value, very well step-by-step value on how you solved it. Damn, that dude literally beamed me.
Our magazine's done. Reloaded.
You basically need to be able to provide value to your audience, and
Victory will be
so if you're able to fix your audience's problem by entertaining them, basically giving them comfort in a way, cool. You gave them very well entertainment, and you were able to comfort them in one way, shape, or form, but with your editing, and that's cool. And I feel like I've been there for a very long time, but I'm at a stage now in my life where that's not authentic to me. I don't want to entertain an audience by a bunch of pretty edits no more. What?
I'm capturing! You're mine! He wasn't so hard to kill.
Forces are in position.
Yes!
So I mean, I think that makes a very, very clear reason, or I think that that gives everybody a very clear understanding on how to basically come up with a video idea or topic. It is basically just try to solve a problem. Don't just merely play the video game, I guess. It's actually solve a issue in the video game, and then figure out obviously how to make it entertaining in your editing software, whatnot, and make sure your audience stays hooked. And that's literally it. I feel like that's it when it comes to growing an audience, or growing and a legit like-minded audience, I guess. I'm not sure how to say it, but yeah, I think that's the legit way. Basically figure out what problem you have solved, what problem you want to solve or whatnot, and of course hit that record button, film it, talk about it, or try to solve it right there actively on film. And once you know, have everything all said and done, basically try to make it as hooking as possible, or try to make it as
Our boys are capturing the position.
engaging as possible, because you want to be able to basically feel like your audience is right there with you, experiencing or having a conversation with you, and basically wants to talk back but can't, or basically wants to be able to interact with you but can't. That's the kind of energy that you want your audience to be at least. Because, and the only reason why I'm able to say these things is because I have been an audience for a very long time. I've been an audience, and now I can say that I am actively leading. Oh man. Now I'm learning how to lead an audience and lead an audience to become leaders. And so that's my niche that I'm in now. So when it comes to coming up with your video idea, you have to come up with, what problem have I solved? How do I film it? And of course, once you're done filming it, it's not a question on how to make it engaging. It's just pure work. Once you finish making the video and everything, you just post it. Hope for the best, of course. Not every video is gonna go crazy or pop off, but you want basically to, you know, if you have beautiful editing skills, great. But obviously, you don't have to have beautiful editing skills in order to be engaging with your videos. I think if you don't have beautiful editing skills, then you just need to have a beautiful topic. A very engaging topic. Without the engaging topic, of course, your editing is going to be dead. And you're going to lose your audience having a dead topic and a dead video. So, of course, have some kind of engagement with your video. If you didn't solve a problem, then have an engaging problem.
I got a kill.
So I guess that shouldn't be the real
Damn it! I'm
thing that you should post about, because you want a video to go viral, basically. So what video should you post compared to the whole world? And so basically, you don't want to look for the same problem that everybody is already going through, the same problem that everybody has, you know, already basically solved. Because at the end of the day, if everybody's going through the same problem, there's going to be either a video out there already made for this problem that is already solved in their own way, or in the same way that you solved it, or there's going to be
He's caught.
there's either going to be somebody that has already solved your problem, or thousands of people that's already solved your problem. And so you don't want basically to solve the same issue that everybody's going through. You don't want to find the same problem that everybody's going through. You basically want to go through basically try to solve your own problem, try to solve your own problem that you have that you have personally experienced, and no longer go through it no more in one singular video. If you were struggling with having a car part or something like that being fixed, then create a video on how to fix that car part. And then once you fix that car part and you basically obviously don't no longer are suffering or going through the same issue that you were going through with the car part issue, then there goes the tank. You're just gonna kill me. But yeah, basically that's or at least the best advice that I can give personally to anybody who wants to create video ideas for their content, for their niche. I think the best thing and the fastest way to create video ideas and have something to talk about is basically just solving your own problem, or talking about or showing how you solved or how you solve your own problem. It's basically I can't put it in a very short summary, but yeah, my short summary is, you know,
Our men are capturing the position.
Need cover!
basically look for yeah, that's the fastest way to create a video idea, is to basically look for a problem that you've already solved yourself, that you no longer go through no more.
Reloading! Reloading!
It's either that or you wanna basically you don't want to film a problem and not actually have a solution for it. You know, that's not a way you create an audience, because then they'll probably consider it clickbait. But if you do find a problem, actually find a solution to it, because that'll actually give you some subscribers. Yo, that guy is crazy. That nigga said he's Alpha and Omega. There's only one Alpha and Omega here.
Damn! My magazine's empty! Reloading!
But like, I'm talking about a genuine problem that you have went through, that you have suffered from, that you feel relieved from now, that you have solved that issue and you no longer go through it. That's the best thing that you could possibly talk about.
You want more?
Those are the best topics. Those solve the most problems.
Heyday! That's
And they probably get you the most views. Oh boy.
Our forces are taking the control point. We're capturing a control point.
Just die already.
But
I'm capturing. He wasn't so hard to kill.
sometimes I'll use notes in order to basically find topics to talk about, or like not find topics, but I'll use my like Google Notes in order to save things to talk about. Yo, melee. I don't know how to melee.
I'm capturing.
This is the reason why people struggle so much to have basically a video idea or a topic to talk about, or a niche YouTube to have, because they don't know what problem to basically continuously solve or like talk about or anything like that.
You can serve your country in hell.
We're broken through the enemy's defenses. We won.
Oh boy. Essentially, you want to keep your video idea very strictly prioritized for the viewer to gain something out of, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like including myself, you know, when your viewer watches a video and you know they basically leave that video without anything, any kind of reward, any kind of like dopamine rush or anything like that, not like in a way that their own problem was solved, but like say even if there was a problem. This is why I specifically said when if you do have a problem, make sure that you solve it within that video, because when you find a problem, you don't want to merely just go through the problem and then basically create a series. I mean, of course, you know, you based off of series or not, but my point is, what I'm trying to say is, you don't want to basically create. You don't want to get your viewer to click on another video, have them watch another video in order to finish.
Let's go.
Finish basically listening, or like basically finish watching, unless it's purely entertainment, then you more than likely don't want to create a series based off of solving a problem. That's not really how you want to approach answering questions, or so giving the solution to problems.
The enemy is at control point Bravo. Allies are taking control point Charlie. Control point Alpha has been lost.
But you always want to actually, you know, make efforts to try to keep your
Control point Bravo has been lost.
viewer engaged, which means basically
That was
Control point Charlie is under our
you want to make sure your viewer is listening and has attentive ears and attentive eyes the entire time. That's what retention is. So In order to have retention, number one, they gotta be able to look at that and be, okay, this looks like something I want to watch. This looks like a problem that I would make solved, or this looks like something I would just want to basically be engaged in. And so when you're basically trying to get your audience to watch or listen to, you want your viewer to watch or listen to everything that you're doing or talking about, and in doing so you always want to make sure that you keep it about the same thing. Don't go off on a tangent or anything like that, which means, like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm so bad at explaining things. I just realized what I was doing. I'm retarded.
The enemy holds all the control points. We must win them back.
And keeping your viewer is very easy. You know, keeping your viewer engaged is very easy, as long as, this is why I say solving that problem or having that problem and solving it is super important, because once you have that, you basically have the viewer. You have the entire viewer. If, as long as you keep that video obviously entertaining as much as possible, then you can keep them engaged. You can keep them watching or listening to your video. And you know, that's a view.
Defend!
So basically, yeah, I think that's how I come up with my video ideas, and I basically don't go about creating videos or posting videos without this structure in mind. I don't like posting videos without having this very basically
Capture Charlie.
I think when I do this, it helps me make my thumbnails anyways.
Point Alpha is under our control.
It helps me make my thumbnails. It helps me remember what to talk about, and it also creates the video purpose, and it makes it so much more important than just a random video that I posted that is just with the means of basically making profit from the video. You know, I don't, it's not even about me. You don't want to basically, when you are a content creator or whatnot, you don't want to make a video based off of the means of making profit, because when you do that, nobody's gonna want to watch your video. Now obviously, because everybody already knows that you're gonna make profit from millions of views, so no one cares about that. Like, oh, watch this video and I'll make money. Who's gonna watch the video? Genuinely, who's gonna watch it? If anything, people are going to avoid it. People envy. All right. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, though, who's gonna click on a video that says, you click on this video, you will gain wisdom? If you click on this video, you will understand how this works. That's genuine value that obviously people are going to click without hesitation. Like, nobody clicks on a video that is in full means of making the poster or making the content creator profitable. Everybody watches a video with the idea of gaining some kind of profit from it, whether it's, you know, profit, we're talking about finances, but this could mean absolutely anything. I'm talking about without nobody on in the world watches a YouTube video without the means of gaining some kind of rush from it, something, without gaining something from it, if that makes sense. Basically, comfort, entertainment, what do you call it? Like I just said, a problem or a solution to a problem, or just generally somebody to relate to at the end of the day, or
That was too easy.
We've captured all the control points. Hold them.
you know, maybe they don't want to gain anything, but they definitely want to.
Finally.
Like, think about it. Who watches a video and says, "Oh, I just want to watch videos and, you know, nothing after. Just watch the video and then that's it." Like, viewers is on the video for a reason, and it's because they want to watch it for the reason that they're watching it for. Now, what is that reason? That's why coming up with solution to a problem is so efficient, because you can create a thumbnail, title, and an entire video based off of this one singular solution. And so
The enemy is taking control.
that's my personal solution to that problem right there, actually. Nobody watches a video without without the means of gaining something. So I feel like that's just important to leave off around the end of this. You know, you always want to find a reason to post, and if that reason to post is just to post, and just to post with no identity behind it, then I think not only are you going to have a hard time with content creation, but you're going to have a hard time with general
We've taken control point Alpha.
yeah, you'll have a hard time posting videos on YouTube or posting in general if you're just posting just to post. If you're posting just to make money, then you're never gonna basically have or achieve that. Basically, if you're never gonna basically achieve the kind of ambition to post, or love, or desire to want to actually create meaningful content, you're always gonna slop. If you're posting just to make money, you're always gonna post slop. That's basically the shortest way I could. It's very important. It's super very important not to post slop, because
Bravo, it's under our control.
I mean, it's detrimental to I have already to watch it. You know, you don't want to be a part of it and look back in the future and be like, yeah, I was a part of that mess right there. You know, you want to post meaningful content that basically makes you out to be a leader in this upcoming generation.
Go to hell!
Don't be a follower. Oh man, I suck. Oh boy, oh boy. I feel like I remember even hopping on a stream one time, just being like, all right, yeah, let's hop on a stream, you know, create some random memories, some random content to clip your on. Like, it's just so meaningless. Like, you know, you want to be able to help somebody out watching you, and you know, you don't want to drag them down by showing them the slop that you created.
We've captured Alpha. The enemy has captured control point.
All right, so right now they're capturing a lot of. I wish I had a SMG.
Control point Charlie is ours.
This game's got crazy graphics.
I got one!
Damn, dude, I don't even know where they're coming from. But yeah, you know, if you can't find a problem to solve, then look for problems to solve. And don't post a video until you solve that problem.
Victory will be ours!
And then obviously, you know, put the video together and make sure the video is all nice and stuff. And but yeah, definitely don't basically post that video until that problem is solved. Because not posting that video, or you know, without solving the problem, that video is basically gonna be completely useless. It becomes slow. And no one will want to watch a video that you didn't solve the problem to. You know, you bring a problem to somebody's face without a solution, nobody's gonna want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna want to basically. Nobody's gonna want nothing to do with that. So don't bring a problem to somebody's plate or to somebody's table without, you know, something for them to basically digest it with. That was a horrible analogy.
He wasn't so hard to kill.
Dude, what's up with these bots, bro?
Damn! Try! Reloading!
You know,
The enemy's lost half its reinforcements. Well done, boys.
I don't just post random stuff that people are going to watch and never remember again, or never gain, or not gain something from it and never remember. Like, if somebody's gonna remember anything from my video, I want them to gain something from it, something valuable, something useful that they can use
Don't let him
forever and ever, as like a tool for the rest of their life. And that's what I wish, that's what I hope for in all my videos, in all my gaming videos, in all my shorts videos. That maybe not so much my gaming videos, but mainly on my other YouTube channel, Everyday Lando, where I'm posting tutorials on how I actually do things and how I run a YouTube channel and edit my videos. I hope somebody gains something that I wish somebody was able to provide for me when I was younger, or when I was 15 years old. You know, what can I do right now that I wish somebody was able to provide for me when I was 15?
You want more? Payday!
But yeah, you know, you don't have to record yourself actively solving the problem. But if solving the problem is the only bit of content that you do have,
Yes!
then you have no choice but to record yourself in the process of solving the problem, because
Flesh wound!
you won't have content to edit. You know, you don't want to basically go through an entire 100 days of Minecraft hardcore mode and then tell them your experience with Minecraft hardcore mode. You would basically want to record the entire Minecraft
Control point Alpha.
100 days instead of, you know, have them miss out and just be like, yeah, this is how it went, y'all boys. You know, they might not even believe you. You know, then you don't actually have credit for what you've posted. So I mean, honestly, what credit do I have for everything that I'm saying? You don't have to listen to my advice, honestly. You really don't have to listen to my wisdom. This is purely wisdom. This is purely experience. This is purely just what I feel, the kind of insight that I feel feels right in my mind, or at least in my heart. And if you don't want to take it, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. But I believe that this is the structure that I'm going to use, that a lot of content creators use as well, in order to create video ideas for their YouTube channel. I like how there's no way to kill this. Here. Holy crap, holy crap. Medkit, medkit! Medkit! Help! Aw, man. Damn, medkit again. Come on. No. No! Oh my gosh. Yo, he. No, no, no. Oh, I'm dead. Lay down. Dude, come on. Run here. Watch this. Watch how I get his ass. Watch how I get his ass.
The enemy has captured all the control points.
No.
You can serve your country and
Control point Charlie has been lost.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Control point Alpha is ours.
Oh, dude, where's my aim? So, yeah, man, I would say I
Reloading! Reloading!
you know, that is quite literally the solution to the problem of coming up with video ideas for me is, like, it doesn't even matter what solution or what order it is that I have founded it at, or what stage. The only thing that matters is that I create a video, or I post it, or I stream it, or I get it out in the world. Because if I don't, then I'm going to, like, you know, lose time. And that's why time has always mattered to me.
You're done!
The enemy holds all the control points. We must
Okay.
win them back.
Complete trade right there.
We've lost a fighter!
Is there any other advice that I can give for anyone that is coming up with a video idea?
We've captured Bravo.
I actually think entertainment might be one of those things to start an audience based around. Considering, I mean, I'm not sure. It might also be luck at the same time. Who knows? But if you want to be like another PewDiePie, the second PewDiePie or something like that, that's gonna be damn close to impossible. Because
We've lost control point Bravo.
personally, like I said, it's always the person. I can't post a video without my video looking so perfect. So I have issues with posting like long form videos that are supposed to look pristine, if that makes sense. But I guess I'm going on a ramble. Are you serious? Come on, nigga. That was bullcrap. Oh my.
Payday!
Damn.
I need cover! Reloading! I got one! I got one!
In doing this, you are the solution to your viewer's problem.
They're about to retreat.
Your viewer has a problem and they have found your YouTube channel and your solution by creating this video that I have now told you to create in order to, I don't know, I'm not even gonna, this is too much talking. I thought you were gonna lie, like, I've said everything that I needed to say, and I think yeah, I think I've said enough information. I'll check the duration, 55 minutes. Now, what if you don't have any problems to solve? If that makes sense. Well, then in that case, don't create problems, because you don't want to create problems. That's where you are in the perfect position to create an audience purely for entertainment. Like, for an example, like a very innocent gaming channel. Because for me, my standpoint was I want to create an audience, and I want to do it with two means of an end. One was money, and two was obviously the audience. And so I was doing it by creating gaming videos, and that's just not tied to what exactly I was specifically trying to do. Now, what would I have done, obviously, if honestly, I probably would have started off talking about the things that I want to do, my future, all those kinds of sorts of things, so that I can start stream clipping them or video clipping them, if anything. I don't know, like I would have started off talking about random stuff, not just recording gameplay and then creating an entire like structure of purely entertainment behind it, because when you, like I said, when you create a structure purely devoted to entertaining your audience and not to equip the audience or inform your audience or maybe even like relate to your audience, you know, I think obviously, you know, what do you call it? Gaming videos is a little bit of relating. But that's too above the surface relating. That's the problem right there. That's the most above the surface relating that you can get to possible. To, I guess, creating, I don't know, gaming videos or videos at all. Nobody will really understand how to relate to the spirit. Basically,
Show no mercy!
We captured all control points. Hold them.
as I said, I think as an entrepreneur, there's always going to be problems. I never said that, by the way. But, you know, one thing I have learned as an entrepreneur of 4 years, coming on to like 5 years, is that there always going to be problems. And if you create content, then you have every perfect reason to solve that problem and then create an entire, what do you call it? An entire create a solution based on create a video based on the solution of the problem that you have already solved. And so when you create content based off of that, it's just, I think it just amplifies your business, or it'll amplify your personal brand so much. I'm not just speaking out of my ass here. Like I personally experienced this myself. Like I'd rather watch a video if it's gonna benefit me. You know, I don't watch videos just to be friends with people that I can't even talk to, because that's impossible. I'm not gonna be friends with nobody on YouTube who I watch. I'm here to watch you, and so if I'm here to watch you, what do you have to provide for me to watch that I can consume and use as or like a tool for the future or in the future.
The enemy has taken control point Charlie.
You should become the source of your viewers' solution to their problem, and if anything, become, help them find their own source. Help them always find their own source. Yes, sir. That's the second dub. I think that's gonna be it for the night. I'm done yapping about this. I think once I get bored of the game, that's the end of basically, I guess, of what I'm talking about. But I hope somebody gained something out of this, and I hope that everyone is able to come up from their situation like I did, like I once was stuck in my own shoes until I was able to change, I feel. But it takes desire to actually want to move in the first place. So you've definitely solved your own problems before, and now you might not be entirely useful, but once you find that problem that you're going through and you solve it, you're going to be able to create hundreds of videos off of that one simple problem and just farm it, if anything. And I'm personally here to try to figure out as many problems as possible. I'm not just trying to do one simple thing. I'm not one task. I'm a generalist. I like doing it all and trying to learn it all and try to help with everything as much as I can. And so yeah, now I as I said, I hope somebody gains something from this, and I hope that somebody actually takes my advice and uses it, and maybe they actually gain or reap more benefits than I do. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of that. All right, y'all, peace.